So I grew this loofah from seed, and I am just opening it up, harvesting it, and seeing what we got. This is my first time having a garden and growing anything. And look at all these seeds I have so far. Like, these aren't the best looking loofah, and I'll definitely still be purchasing from my supplier for my loofah soaps, but it was so much fun just gardening and trying it out. So I thought I would go live and video this while I was doing it. The black seeds are the ones that you can plant and the ones that you want to save. There's a difference in the black and the white seeds. See how little these are? I've got some really good ones. Like, they definitely need to be cleaned, but look how big this one is. Huge. This one came out pretty clean, but it's so tiny. But the coolest part about it is when you shake them, all the seeds come out. So that's exactly what I want to get from these. So I can plant them again next year and try again and get some bigger loofah. And I had a lot of problems with pests this year, and I didn't really want to spray anything harmful, you know, I didn't want to spray anything at all on them. So I guess I have a lot to learn about gardening. I don't know if any of you are gardeners, but it was fun. And it's actually a really beautiful vine plant. It grows beautiful flowers, so I would plant it just for that reason alone. I had absolutely no problem with getting it to grow. It grew like crazy. It bloomed beautiful. They were like 5 or 6 inches wide, yellow blooms. They were gorgeous. So even though I can't really use these small loofah in my loofah soaps this year, maybe one day I'll get to be, you know, able to where I can grow big loofah and I can do that. I don't think these seeds right here are viable. They're so thin, so I'll just toss those. Like, look at this one's pretty big. I'm not sure exactly how to clean them other than soak them. Maybe in vinegar, I'm not sure. Tons of seeds. If any of you want any loofah seeds and you place an order, I'm about to release my Christmas soaps pretty soon. And if you place an order for Christmas soaps, or if you place an order soon and you want some loofah seeds, just put a message for me in the comments or the notes section when you check out, and I will just toss some in there for you. So this is loofah. I planted it from seed, my first time ever, and I'm just harvesting it. This is what it looks like. Let me see if I can find a good size one. Mine didn't really grow that big. I mean, like, this is probably the largest one that I had. This is tiny, but if you can hear it, oh, there they go. All the seeds come out. And you can plant these seeds straight in the ground. I overplanted big time. I planted probably 100 seeds. Way too many. Didn't know what I was doing. And it just overtook my garden. And if you go back, there's actually, I think, a playlist that talks about gardening, and it shows how I planted loofah from seed and really just the whole process of how they grew, and, you know, just from the very beginning. It was super easy, so much fun, so rewarding. But like I said, I had problems with pests and didn't really want to spray anything on them, so I need to learn better next year of how to treat that. I ended up pulling the loofah off of my plant while they were green, like this one. Now this one's starting to brown, but I was so worried that they would all get worms like my other ones did. So I pulled them and I just set them on a shelf and let them dry out. And when they dry out, they look like this. But I think it's really best for them to grow on the vine and brown on the vine. Obviously, you have to treat them so they don't get attacked by that infestation of worms, you know. But knowing what to spray on your plants that's organic, you know, that's not going to harm them is something that I need to learn. I think BT is something I sprayed on them, but not until it was too late. I had a soap maker friend of mine. She gave me some loofah seeds, and I just put every single one of them in the ground, and there were probably 100 of them, which is way too many. A lot of people that plant them, they just plant one or two here or there because they just take over your garden. I had so many. Look at all these seeds. Like, this thing is full. If you place an order for me for Christmas, I'm going to be releasing my Christmas soaps very soon, and you would like some loofah seeds, just leave me a note at checkout for your order, and I'll be glad to send you some. Or if you want some loofah seeds and you just want to email me, happybathbar@gmail.com, just let me know. We can work it out. Just if you could just cover shipping, I'll be glad to send you some. I have a lot. The hardest part so far is getting this off of the loofah, the skin. Definitely it's hard when it's green, but it's a lot easier when it dries out. But you see how this is sticking? Some people say it's easier if you soak it. But I was just out here. I was working in my shop earlier, and then I just stepped outside and then got sucked into the outside and gardening and stuff like that. It's easy to draw me in to my garden because I love it. I don't know why this tears apart so easy. I got a lot to learn. Let's just say that. I don't go live very often at all. And definitely this is not soap content, so you probably, I don't know how many of you are interested in this kind of stuff, but I thought about my goal for 2025 is to go live more often, because I do so much in my shop with soap that I think is just boring, I guess. You know, making soap in beds or cutting soap. I have cut so much soap today. And you guys might think it's interesting. This one's so flimsy. Let me show you something real quick. You see that little kitty cat? Just sitting in one of my planters over there. His name is Shark. Even though I'm not going to use these loofah in my soaps, I can use them around my own house. I would literally just plant the loofah just for the beautiful plant itself, because it was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Huge 5 or 6 inch wide yellow blooms. Just gorgeous. And the bees loved them. The butterflies loved them. It was just so nice. They come out so dark, and so you definitely have to clean them. Like I said, I have to research that. Some of them come out whiter than others. I mean, look at the difference of this one. This is how it came out when I peeled it, and look at this one. So I don't know what makes one look cleaner than the other. That was a tiny one, but it had a lot of seeds in it. So this is all I have left. These tiny ones, and I don't know what to do about this one. We can try to open it, but it seems a little squishy. I just kind of let them dry out. Obviously, I cut the ends, so look at all those. That's crazy. Look at all those seeds. And those are good seeds. You want to use them. If the black ones are the best ones to save. All right, I'm going to open this one. Then I want to show you something else from my garden. These are loofah. So I do have a soap that has loofah in it. Obviously, I don't use this loofah. This is my first time growing it. And they're not, obviously, they're not the best. They're not very sturdy. Look at that. This one's just ripping apart. But I do have some pretty ones I can use around the house, but they're so tiny. This is my first year having a garden. My first year growing anything, really. And I have tons of houseplants. I don't know what happened, but I got hit with the bug in spring, and I wanted all the houseplants, and I wanted to plant a garden. I don't know what happened to this one. This is nasty. I think this one got affected by the weather, so let's just get all the seeds out that we can. I had so many worms in my loofah, so I had to pull them all off the plant and just get them off the plant, throw the plant away. I mean, it was bad. So I do need to find out what to spray on the plant to keep the worms out. I didn't really want to spray anything. Look at all the seeds. I'm making a mess. Lots of seeds. I mean, that is a ton of seeds here. So I'm just happy that I got all these black seeds. And each year, you know, you get better and better. It doesn't hurt to try. I learned a lot this year gardening. So yes, loofah. I don't know if you've heard of this, but some people eat loofah when it's growing. I don't know what stage it is that you're supposed to eat it, or you can eat it, but a lot of people say that obviously it's when it's green, way younger than even this, that they cut it and eat it like a squash, I guess. Should we open this one? Might be nasty. Might be a worm in here. Let's see. The way you can tell is if there's a hole on the outside of it, which I don't see, but this one looks like it's going to be nasty when I open it up because it feels squishy. Let's try it. Oh, it just popped. There is no way I'm going to be able to peel this because of it. It's not dry. Some people peel them when they're green. I don't know how. Oh, there we go. Well, that's not as bad as I thought. That's super easy. Look at that. That was a lot easier than the ones that were dark. You can see all the seeds in there. I doubt they will shake because this is still wet. So we'll just have to let it dry and then the seeds will pop out. That was really a lot easier. Because like, look how hard this one's gonna be. I've heard both ways. I've heard it's easier to wait till they dry out. But that green one was so much easier. I mean, this one's not too bad, but gosh, look, it's ripping apart. Basically useless. Yeah, and it sticks to it. Okay, well, you learn something every day. Obviously, this wasn't the best way to do it. I think I already got the seeds out of this one. I shook it early. A few more. All right, I wanted to show you guys one more thing. And then I'm going to pop off of here. I was going to show you I had a marigold plant And I'm going to do a video about it later, but excuse my hands, they're filthy. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard about this if you are a gardener. I planted tons of marigold, and I just went out there and picked off the flowers that had already died. Let's see if I can find a good one. So these are, you know, after they die on the plant, you just pick them off. And then look at all these seeds it gives you. You just pull that out, and then you can plant that next year. Isn't that cool? So I just keep them in this little jar. Look at all that one gave us. So cool. I also did this with my pink, hot pink impatiens. The ones that aren't as dry are harder to pull, but look at all the seeds in that. And then you use them next year. Some are stuck on there. I just think that is so amazing. And if you're good about collecting your seeds, you won't have to purchase anymore. Just save them and plant them in the spring. And that's it. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to head on into the soap shop and do some more work. Like I said, if you are interested in getting some loofah seeds, I have plenty. So just let me know. You can send me an email at happybathbar@gmail.com, or you can put a note at checkout when you place an order, or if you place a Christmas order soon, I can go ahead and get them to you. But anytime, I'm sure I'll have these for a while. So just let me know. Be glad to send you some. Thanks, guys.